Welcome to another episode of Interesting True Crime Media. I'm your host, Ball, and today we'll be talking about a Cordele man who ran off with $16 million in COVID-19 unemployment funds. All right, as usual, before we get started, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share the video so we can keep everybody aware about all the madness that's going on in this world. All right, without further ado, let's go to work. Middle Georgia man convicted in COVID-19 unemployment fraud scheme. According to the Telegraph, a Middle Georgia man was found guilty of helping to file thousands of fake COVID-19 unemployment claims, stealing millions from the Georgia Department of Labor. According to the Departments of Justice, co-conspirators, including Malcolm Jeffrey, a 34-year-old Cordele man, used stolen identities to submit around 7,000 unemployment insurance claims. According to Rodney M. Hopkins, inspector in charge of the U.S. Postal Inspection Service Atlanta Division, Jeffrey and co-conspirators received more than 16 million in fraudulent benefit from the state's Department of Labor. The funds were mailed to him and others on prepaid debit cards to various locations near Cordele, Georgia. He was responsible for the depletion of federal relief funds meant to assist unemployed people during the COVID-19 pandemic, Hopkins said. Jeffrey and others took personal information from hundreds of people to make. Got lost for a minute though. All right. Jeffrey and others took personal information from hundreds of people to make a list of purported employees under the defunct company Down N Dirty LLC. My Lord, the Negroes was in the building. According to a news release from the Department of Justice, a federal jury in Albany found probable cause based on evidence presented at trial to convict Jeffrey on Friday in conspiracy to commit mail fraud. He could face up to 20 years in prison. According to the DOJ, a federal district court judge will determine his sentence. Anyone with information related to attempted fraud involving COVID-19, I ain't finna say all that, but y'all get the drill. And here's my reaction. Now, my reaction to this is that this particular scheme was actually ran across my desk. And what I mean by ran across my desk was that, like, I'm in the Middle Georgia area, and I don't know these particular individuals on the case, but I know individuals who know these individuals on the case because I actually had a house in at Dooley County at a point in time, and I ran across some guys. But the first thing that come to my mind is like is greed because I live Cordele is kind of it's like the gateway to like South Georgia and $16 million. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like it's Cordele is a beautiful place to live, but for $16 million, you probably can buy half the city. You know what I'm saying? And so now I can't sit on here and act like I'm all high and mighty. Now in my early days, way in my early days, at a point of time that I used to try all kind of little tricks and scams and schemes, and I'm just being honest. But the thing that made me different was that I never used nobody personal information to achieve any kind of monetary gain. I will always use my information, whether trying stuff through credit and to be honest, there's a few banks that I can't get with now because of that, But this particular this game it kind of make me think about like how greed operate. It's like when it came across my desk, I was like at the point of time, I'm past this whole little scamming phase that I was on in my early to mid 20s. But I'm just like, man, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. But scammers gonna be out there. That's not a big deal to me, and I ain't tripping on that. But what I'm tripping on is the name of the company. My lord. Uh, the company was called Down N Dirty LLC. Down and Dirty LLC. Like that's just like that. To name the company like that, I just think that they would just give so much money that just was like the niggerish just came out of them. You know what I'm saying? So But I don't never think it's right to steal from somebody. So if you're gonna do some kind of, I'm not promoting people to do scamming or anything like that. But like, why don't you? 'Cause it was time that I had to fix my credit up to get loans to do things that I want to do. I intended on paying them back, but if a business went under, I just do my best to take it out of my credit and move on. So yeah, but this is a story about how a Cordele man ran off with 16 million in COVID-19 relief funds. So like I always say, man, the only time crime pays is on the internet. So please, you guys, be safe out there. Watch for things like this, and leave me a comment section. Leave me a comment. And let me know what you think about this whole situation. All right.